My MOT is due in 3 months and my bottom arm ball joint needs fixing, and luckily enough for me, I have a fiance as a mechanic, so I don't have to go in the garage and pay the prices, so I'm going to bring you along with me. We first started by getting everything out from under the bed, like his jack, axle stands and all the tools he needed. Also ignore the background, my bath is running, so sorry for that noise. I then had to take my wheel trim off and I stupidly took both of my front wheel trims off. Now they won't stay on, so I don't really know why I did that. And I also brought children's scissors out. Obviously it didn't work, so I had to go back inside and get some proper scissors and ended up scratching all of my wheel trims, but they were scratched anyway, as you can see in this video. Curbs jump out at me, it's not my problem, they just come out of nowhere. My hands were already mucky, 5 seconds in, great. Jake jacked my car up and then started taking my wheel off. I'll try to explain everything as best as I can, but I am just a girl at the end of the day. Jake was basically showing me that my bottom arm ball joint is like wearing or something, so basically my wheel shouldn't wiggle like this, but it does, because I need a new one, and he fitted a new one. This realistically should have been a half-an-hour job, but you'll see exactly why it wasn't a half-an-hour job, and it took the mick. So that I've just shown you is your bottom arm, and this is it in my car. So we're just replacing that, and Jake here is explaining that it's literally just 3 bolts. You just take off the wheel, take off these 3 bolts. It should literally be bish bosh bash done, but nothing ever goes like that. I was just stood outside, just like, you know, helping just by looking. He was trying to explain it all to me, and to be fair, I do know a little bit, maybe not about the bottom arm, but every time Jake has done something on my car, I've always been there with him and he will explain things to me. But I do get very panicky. Anyway, so basically he has undone 2 bolts and he's like wiggled out the ball joint of the bottom arm, and he just needs to take the 3rd bolt out. Now this was a pain in the you know what, it was an absolute pain to get out, but we got it out, and you'll figure out why it was such a pain in a minute to get out, because it was even worse to put in. Jake took it out, measured it up to make sure it was perfect and we're not got the wrong part, and then he's just like lubing it up with some DW40 just to make sure it goes in nice and easy. Them last sentences sounded like really weird, but anyway, so here he is just putting it in. Basically what you're seeing here is the subframe is blocking the bolt from going through to get into the bottom arm. It took forever, I'm not lying, you don't even want to know how long we spent on trying to get this in. Jake is here tugging on this bolt and it just won't budge, and he couldn't move the subframe, so basically we sat there like, what the hell do we do? And we ended up at literally just like filing the subframe down. I'm not even joking. This is not a tutorial, do not follow this, okay?